Hello.
How's it going?
Welcome to the newest episode of Crystal Caverns. Today we'll be focusing on Malachite. And yeah, I will let you get started. Or am I getting started?
You're getting started today.
So for Malachite, it's not one that I have personally worked with much. So most of my information is going to be based on the research that Matt has done and his own experience as well.
I have my own right here with me right now.
Yes, it is a really nice piece.
If I can get it. Whatever.
Yeah.
You guys get the gist.
Okay, so Malachite is really good for success in both business and love. It is good for prosperity, creativity, and fertility as well.
Alright, so the science behind Malachite. It is carbon carbonate, which is a mineral known for, well, many shades of green. It is very interesting. It forms in like almost little bubbles, and sometimes in more what's the term? Sort of like peacock ore.
Like clumpy.
Yeah, more clumpy, I guess. And then you can see up here, that is a slab cut out of it, as well as this. We do not have any raw malachite currently, but you can get a idea of it on the side of that.
If you do have raw malachite,
It is toxic.
Yes.
Wash your hands. Unless it's polished like this one, you need to wash your hands after every time you handle it.
The dust from it as well is toxic to inhale, so just take precautions. Don't go putting this in any kind of elixirs or anything like that. That will not go over well.
No.
And that would be our caveat for the day.
Yeah, be safe with malachite. The word itself comes from two Greek words. One is malachitis, which is pretty much the word that it comes from if you're thinking about it. Which is a plant that was known in ancient Greece as mallow, and it was used because it has a very similar shade of green to it. And the other word is malachos, which means soft, because it has a relatively low hardness of 2.5 to 3.5.
Yeah, that's low.
Sorry, 3.5 to 4.5, I believe.
Okay.
But as you can see, there is a chip in this one. But that is the meaning and the science behind it.
So then for associations, malachite is known to be associated with Jupiter, which in turn makes it so that it is associated with broadening knowledge and wisdom. It's also associated with Venus, and Venus is known to be the planet that rules...
refinement.
Yes, thank you. Refinement and pleasure. It is known in Russia for being a stone of wealth. It's normally used in decor and jewelry there. In Egypt, it was used for pigments and jewelry, and often it was found in sculptures. Egypt, Greece, and Rome used it for eyeshadow.
Which caused a lot of issues because, as we said before, it's toxic to inhale. So, that didn't work out for a lot of people.
Yeah. And seen by indigenous folks, it is a stone that will connect you to the spirit realm. And then for the healing properties of malachite, it is good for absorbing emotional energy, any kind of emotional buildups. It is also good for giving you a sense of control in your own life and wherever those journeys that you come across take you. It is also connected to the solar plexus chakra. It's good for menstrual issues and balancing as well for the heart and throat chakras. And it is a good companion to have during change in your life.
Yes, I can attest to that.
Yeah. Yeah, so it also is really good for absorbing negative energy. It also absorbs electromagnetic energy. So that means if you were to put a piece of this next to like your phone or your laptop, any kind of electronic, it will help absorb some of that negative wavelength and it'll help you sleep better and feel less clouded. Yeah.
Yeah, and so some of the locations you can find this being mined are Congo, Nambia, Australia, Israel, the US, Russia, and Egypt. I think most commonly you will find it in Russia, as there's a room in a palace that held most Russian emperors that has over 400,000 pounds in it of malachite. So I think they probably got a pretty good handle on the biggest output of malachite. And a couple of fun facts. It was used in the FIFA World. It's used in the FIFA World Cup. That little, there's green rings around the base, and that is malachite. It has been used to create the oldest known paint. They would mix it with whatever after they powderize it, and then mix it with paint. There was a lot of that in Europe as well. There are still paintings to date that have lots of malachite in them, and it does not fade in the sunlight. You can leave that out as long as you want and it won't fade. And a good way to tell if it's fake is it will be a lot lighter and much brighter in color.
Okay.
So that's about everything we have to cover today on malachite. Feel free to put your suggestions on what we should do next in the comments. What you think, any other knowledge that we're not covering that you might want us to look into further. I'd be happy to do that extra research. And I'm thinking about looking up and doing my research next on moonstone, as there's quite a bit of it in this house.
Yes, we do have a lot of that. I also want to do one on obsidian as well.
Yes.
Yes, that's another popular one for us. And I would like to do one on sodalite and lapis as well.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's everything from us today.
So thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Greetings everyone, Rev Cloud here, and thank you for watching. The Circle of the Nine Muses is a Watan shrine of the Correllian nativist tradition, and our goal is to help inspire you to find your magic. If you would like to know more about Wicca, the Correllian tradition, or the Circle of the Nine Muses, you can get more info at correllian.weebly.com, or you can also visit witchschool.com, where there are free lessons to get you started along your path. Happy hunting everyone, and blessed be.